Very good evening and many thanks for choosing KUTV once again to keep you informed on the 21st day of January. I do trust the day is coming along just fine. For me, it is going fantastic. Let's begin with a short intro, then we get back to the news stories.
This is KUTV Primetime News with Yvonne Kemuma.
Well, on the sign language interpretation, I'm accompanied by Brian Pero to engage with us on X at KUTV_Kenya, at Kemuma_Monaribi, streaming live on KUTVNEWS Kenya. Will begin. Now, today marks the final day for grade 10 admissions across the country, but for many learners, the transition to senior school remains uncertain. Parents are raising concerns over high school fees that are high, uniforms and boarding requirements that are now locking out qualified students.
As schools prepare to close the admission lists, many households are grappling with the reality of rising education costs. From Nairobi's informal settlements to rural villages, parents say that the cost of fees and basic requirements has become unbearable.
Sasa kuingia Mwangaza naona ni expensive na mimi sina mbele wala nyuma. Nilikuwa nafanya biashara yangu nikapata accident. Hii macho ni chuma ya gari nilidunga. Sioni. Mguu ikaumia. Sioni na sijiwezi, biashara yangu ikaanguka. Sasa mimi nataka mnisaidie. Niko sina mbele wala nyuma, mtoto bado wako kwa nyumba mpaka saa hii.
16-year-old Lucy Mwalimu and her elder brother Stephen Mwalimu are among students whose dreams hung as reporting to grade 10 turned into despair. The two siblings have secured slots in reputable senior schools, but their mother says that she's unable to raise over 100,000 Kenya shillings required for school fees, uniforms and other basic necessities. This follows the jailing of their father 4 years ago.
Na sina uwezo wa kuwapeleka mbele, maana kazi sina na shughuli zangu ni za vibarua.
Mimi niko na shida ya kimasomo, maana nimemaliza grade 9 alafu mamangu hana uwezo wa kunipeleka grade 10.
On the other hand, in Nairobi, we meet Mary Anyango, whose child is yet to report to senior school due to financial constraints. She says lack of bursaries has forced her to reconsider a boarding school placement and plans to transfer a child to a day school in order to cut down the cost.
Naona Western ni mbali, lakini kwa sasa nimeongea na my sister ambaye na Kagilo Siaya County. Akapata Kagilo Secondary School. It's a day school.
As today marks the deadline for grade 10 admissions across the country, many students are yet to report due to financial constraints. A call has been made to the government and well wishers to support and ensure 100% transition. Patricia Alex for KUTV, Nairobi.
Now, Mukuru kwa Njenga residents in Nairobi are facing a housing crisis after their houses were demolished without notice despite promises from Governor Sakaja for compensation. The lack of immediate support has left many struggling. Activists are calling for urgent government action to protect vulnerable communities.
Residents of Mukuru kwa Njenga in Embakasi, Nairobi County have begun rebuilding their homes that were demolished yesterday after a directive by Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja to halt the demolition exercise. The sudden destruction came without any prior notice, leaving families shocked and unprepared. Many residents lost either their homes or places of work, forcing them into uncertainty and hardship.
Here lays the ruins of the houses demolished in Mukuru kwa Njenga to pave way for the Catherine Dereba Road. Hundreds of the residents in the area had to seek shelter elsewhere, with many of them losing their sources of livelihood.
Speaking to the media, Jacqueline Kamanda, resident of Mukuru kwa Njenga, noted that Governor Sakaja yesterday promised to compensate those affected.
Chana tuliafektiwa sana tulikuwa tumejipanga kufungua biashara, then tukapata black ndio hizi zimeanza kupomoa. Sasa hatujui chenye kinaendelea. Tunataka tuambiwe venye kutakuwa, sababu sisi hapa ndio tunatafutia watoto wetu. Mimi niliambiwa kibanda yangu bali nafanyia tu hapo ndio natafutia watoto na usa mboga. Sasa gavana alifika hapa asubuhi akasema kibanda isipomolewe, lakini hatujui kama ni ukweli ama ni uongo. Mambo ya serikali ni mingi sana.
Concerns have been raised about the process, fearing that individuals who were not affected may interfere or fraudulently claim funds meant for genuine victims, which could delay or reduce support for those who truly lost their homes and livelihood.
Biashara zetu nimeenda hasara ambayo ni hasara ya kuvunjiwa kibanda. Sasa nanunua vitu tena, na kitu ya ajabu ni kwamba governor alisema ya kwamba atakuja na ataweza kutucompensate angalau na kitu kidogo cha kuweza kujiinua tena, kujirudisha katika maisha ya kawaida, lakini bado hatujaona kitu kama hiyo ikiendelea.
Several residents have started cleaning up and rebuilding their houses in an effort to return to normalcy, with Alice Karigo, who's a resident at Mukuru kwa Njenga, appealing for the assistance, particularly in form of building materials.
Vile pia jana gavana alikuja akatuahidi mabati, akasema leo ataleta mabati na hatujaona. Sisi ni watu ambapo tuko chini sana, tunalirai na hii kijiji, ndio tunasomeshea watoto, ndio tunakula na ndio tunakaa. Kwa hivyo tungeomba tu hawa watu wanakuja kutuharibia ile kitu tunakula na mahali tunapata usaidizi hata wa watoto shule, sasa wawache tu na hii maneno ifikie president. Tunaomba pia usaidizi wa mabati, wa misumari na chochote ambapo nyinyi mnaweza ona inaweza kutufaa.
A day after Governor Sakaja's directive to halt the illegal demolitions taking place in Mukuru kwa Njenga, the residents of the area have now taken it to rebuild their structures and return to a life of normalcy. Reporting for KUTV, I am Glory Kadure.
Now, President William Ruto today hosted the President's Award Gold ceremony at State House, Nairobi, praising youth achievers for resilience, discipline, and community service, while he urged young Kenyans to harness their skills, integrity, and innovation to support nation building and sustainable development.
President William Ruto today awarded President's Award Gold achievers at State House, Nairobi, hailing their commitment to service and leadership and urging young Kenyans to embrace discipline, innovation, and integrity as key drivers of national unity and development. President William Ruto said the President's Award program deserves expansion due to its positive impact on young people, directing that modern offices be secure for the Secretariat after relocation to ensure the institution continues effectively supporting youth development across the country.
It is correct that this program, because of the impact it's creating on the young people of our nation, deserves expansion. And as a result, I want to say the following three things. Number one, I know that the offices of this great institution were changed.
President Ruto urged Kenyans to embrace hope and optimism, emphasizing that the nation's future depends on citizens who act with purpose, effort, and determination to seize opportunities and drive progress.
I want to urge every young person here to believe in our country. Do not allow yourselves to be consumed by the pessimism that afflicts some voices in our public life. Optimistic people see opportunity in every challenge, while pessimists see only obstacles in every opportunity.
Margaret Kiogora, CEO of President's Award Kenya, highlighted that numerous young people have participated in the program, with many currently engaged across institutions nationwide, underscoring the strong demand for structured non-formal education in the country.
Last 4 years, participants have been able to deliver 4.5 million hours of community service. This translates to over 187,000 days of service to our nation. For us, Your Excellency, it is about measurable, sustainable impact that transforms young people into responsible, productive citizens.
The Cabinet Secretary Salim Vure, in charge of Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports, stated that the President Award Gold Achievers will receive preference in public service recruitment, acknowledging their leadership, discipline, and meaningful contributions to community development nationwide.
I want to congratulate the gold awardees of today, because through this program they have been able to learn mentorship, they have been able to learn leadership skills and many other life skills that will allow them to be responsible citizens in the future.
The event ended with leaders commending young achievers, emphasizing the importance of youth engagement, leadership and service as vital drivers of Kenya's growth and future development. Edna Nerea, KUTV, Nairobi.
Now, the ODM party, once a dominant force in Kenya's opposition, is now facing the threat of disintegration as internal divisions grow, particularly following the death of the late Raila Odinga. What initially seemed like a temporary setback has quickly turned into fierce power struggles, pitting the older leadership against the younger generation eager for change.
Months since the passing of the former Prime Minister and ODM leader, the late Raila Odinga, the fate of the Orange Democratic Movement continues to hang in the balance as conflicts emerge every other day regarding leadership within the party and even its future direction. Supporters of the party are now saying that ODM has fragmented and alternative approaches must be taken to resolve the situation.
Kuna mgogoro ndani ya ODM kulingana vile ambaye mimi najua, kwa sababu tayari baba kabla jaaga alikuwa amependekeza kwamba sasa uongozi wa ODM upewe vijana, na sisi wenye members tunaamini kwamba upewe vijana, lakini baadhi ya viongozi wa ODM kuna wale ambao wanataka kuifanya kama biashara, wanataka kuiuzia kasongo.
This internal rift is believed to have been intensified by the party's relationship with the coalition government, while leaders such as Hassan Joho and Wycliffe Oparanya seek clarity on their political futures. Grassroots supporters are divided.
Na ni ule bwana ameshikilia kitu ambaye haielewani naye. Tunastahili kuwa na NDC ndio tuweze kufanya nini? Tuweze kuchaguana na tuone. Naamini usiamini ikiwa kama kutakuwa na NDC hautaona uburu hapo.
They express hope that the leadership of the party will be restructured with fresh blood. Embakasi East MP Babu Owino has been proposed as a potential candidate. This follows a recent opinion poll in which he secured a 33%, surpassing other senior leaders in the party, including prominent figures like Oburu Odinga. The late Raila Odinga's daughter Winnie Odinga, a member of the East African Legislative Assembly, has also been seen as a strong contender. She recently spoke to a crowd in Kibra without the usual convoy of party leaders, a move that raised eyebrows within the ODM ranks.
Wanao, kwanza jambo la kwanza uelewe kwamba ni kiongozi. Unajua ni vile watu wanadharau ama wanamuona ni kwamba ni kama anaangemea kwa babake. Wao wanasahau kwamba yeye ni kiongozi kivyake. Ndio ni mwanamke mdogo lakini kiongozi, kwa maana yeye kwanza ni mbunge wa Iyala. Yeye ndiye anawakilisha Kenya Iyala.
As the rift within the ODM party widens, the young generation is demanding their stake to be within the ODM party leadership. Rajab Juma, KUTV, Nairobi.
Prime Cabinet Secretary and Cabinet Secretary for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs Musalia Mudavadi today held high-level bilateral talks with Germany's Federal Minister for Foreign Affairs, Johann, who is on a two-day official visit to Kenya. The discussions focused on strengthening cooperation in migration and mobility, climate change, renewable energy, peace and security. The two leaders also exchanged views on regional conflicts in Sudan, South Sudan, Somalia, and the Democratic Republic of Congo, reaffirming support for African-led peace efforts. The German foreign minister is scheduled to meet President William Ruto later.
German companies operating in Kenya, not just in Kenya, but also within the region. And certainly we would like to have more companies. I also want to quickly highlight that the Africa Continental Free Trade Area is on the cards, and this is a big opportunity for our friends and partners beyond the continent to plug in so that we can diversify our portfolio of investments and programs. I think the tariff message, as painful as it may be, becomes a clear signal that all countries need to broaden their economic portfolio.
Kenya is a key partner in Africa, in East Africa for us. Our diplomatic relations go way back. Musiala and I agreed on deepening our political dialogue on key questions of regional and international stability. Kenya plays a key mediator role in the region and shoulders significant responsibility for peace and security in Somalia and in Haiti.
Now, with that report, we are due for our first break here on KUTV News at 9, and then we'll be back with more reports. So I do hope to see you on the other end.
A new era, a new people. This is the Law Matters Show. A program that brings you legal sensitization on your television.
My statement is written and just the quote the prosecution.
I think that this loss is a setback for Raila Odinga.
What policy recommendations were fronted by the candidate?
With diversity, we demystify important legal issues locally, regionally, and internationally.
What Tanzanians.
Join me, Elvin Onsongo, as I bring you more insights on law matters.
We are looking at social issues. What is the problem? Is it the economy? Is it...
Law Matters Show, creating awareness, advocacy, and enhancing lives.
Are you ready to take charge of your health? Welcome to Focus on Health, your weekly guide to staying informed and living better. Join me every week as I sit down with trusted medical experts.
Gynecology is basically a field concerned with mainly the female genitalia.
Explore real-life stories
during when the patient come in
and bring you updates and tips that are beneficial to your health. Because health isn't just important, it is everything. Tune in to Focus on Health every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. only on KUTV. I'm your host, Kandia Marian, and I'll see you then.
You are watching KUTV Primetime News with Yvonne Kemuma.
Welcome back. Continue engaging with us on KUTV_Kenya and at Kemuma_Monari on X. Let's continue. Now, security agencies in Kirinyaga County have intensified a multi-agency crackdown on the production, distribution and consumption of illicit alcohol as part of renewed efforts to safeguard public health and restore social order. The crackdown, which began in Sagana, has now moved to the Kagoi area in Kirinyaga County.
Speaking during an enforcement operation in Kagio, Kirinyaga County Commissioner Hussein Alaso said the government is committed to sustaining the crackdown on illicit brews, citing them as a major threat to the well-being of residents, particularly the youth. Alaso noted that security officers working alongside national government administrators have been instructed to dismantle brewing dens and arrest those involved in the illegal trade with the support of residents.
Tumeweka bili leo, tumetembea Sagana, sahi tuko Kagio, tunaelekea Kirigoya na tunahakikisha kwamba tunafika kila kona ya kaunti ya Kirinyaga. Pia tunaomba wananchi na tunawashauri, ikiwa kuna mtu yote yako na habari, kama kuna watu ama grupu ya watu ama mtu yoyote ambaye anatengeneza pombe haramu ama anauza bangi ama dawa zote za kulevya, ukiwa na habari, tuko na toll free number ambaye tutawapatia. Tuko na toll free number ambaye tutawapatia. Tungeomba mtume habari kwa hiyo namba ni 1192.
Alaso recalled a 2024 incident in Kirinyaga County in which over 20 people died after consuming illicit brew, insisting such a tragedy will not be allowed to happen again. He noted that alcohol abuse continues to hold many people back, contributing to joblessness, crime and poor health.
Kulikuwa na watu wameuza pombe haramu, pombe ambayo imeweza kuua watu 17. Sasa juzi mmejua rais ametoa amri. Mmejua rais ametoa amri, amesema hataki kuona pombe haramu ikiangamiza wananchi. Sasa
at the same time, Kirinyaga County Executive Committee member for Youth and Sports Dennis Musimi expressed concern over the devastating impact of illicit brews on the youth and urged all alcohol sellers to ensure they have valid licenses and sell only approved alcoholic products.
Tumekuja kugundua kwamba particularly the distributors wako na mchezo fulani hapo, mtu anaweka pombe ile mzuri kwa counter lakini ingine anaficha huko chini.
The ongoing operations are part of a nationwide effort to curb illicit alcohol and safeguard communities. Caroline Kimwele, KUTV.
Now, severe drought in Tana River County has devastated hundreds of residents and their livestock, drying up all water resources. The Ministry of Special Programs, led by Minister Geoffrey Ruku, has intervened with emergency food and water aid while planning long-term drought relief measures.
Hundreds of Tana River residents face severe water shortages as prolonged drought dries up dams and rivers. Geoffrey Ruku, leading the Ministry of Special Programs, has visited the county, providing emergency aid and planning long-term relief. Geoffrey Ruku said the government is establishing a disaster fund to assist counties hit hardest by drought. The fund will provide emergency food, water and support for residents and livestock, aiming to ease suffering caused by severe water shortages.
Lakini hata wakati uko na kiangazi, rais wa taifa anahakikisha kwamba pesa ya kutosha inapatikana ili chakula hii ionekane, inunuliwe na iweze kufika kona zote.
CS Ruku said Tana River County is among 23 counties worst affected by prolonged drought. He noted that hundreds of residents and livestock in villages such as Asa, Kone and Bombo are facing severe hardship and losses.
Kuanzia huko Turkana, kwenda Marsabit, kwenda Moyale, kufika Garissa, Wajir, kwenda huko Pokot, kufika Samburu. Hiyo yote ni Kenya, kwenda Kwale, hapa kwenu.
Ali Wario MP for Garsen said authorities are mobilizing food supplies for Tana River residents affected by the drought. He emphasized that timely distribution is crucial to prevent widespread hunger among families and livestock in the worst hit areas.
Wananchi wanaishi scattered mbalimbali. Ndio maana hata saa hii chakula hii katika division ya Asa ikasemekana iteremshwe mchele 200, gunia 200 na maharage gunia 200. Ile ingine ya Kone itawekwa kwa store pamoja na sehemu za bombi huko.
Residents Maka, Jarston and Balon Barisa say the prolonged drought in Tana River County has left families and livestock facing severe losses, urging authorities to act swiftly and implement long-term solutions to protect livelihoods and prevent further suffering.
Kwa kusema kweli sisi tuko na shida mingi sana. Ukame imezidi, tumeathirika, tuko na njaa mingi. Tana River kwa jumla, wafugaji kwa wakulima wote hali ni moja, mvua haijanyesha. Kwa hivyo hatuna hali kabisa. Kwa hivyo kufika kwa waziri imekuwa ni afueni leo kwetu.
Lakini sioni faida ya ugatuzi. Kwa sababu mara nyingi sisi tunafikiwa kama watu wa sehemu ya juu, sehemu kame, tunafikiwa na national government mara nyingi kabla ya county government kutufikia. Hiyo ndio kitu kimenishangaza sana. Jambo la kwanza, miaka mingi sana hatuoni huduma ya county government.
Officials reported that the drought in Tana River County continues to affect residents and livestock, prompting ongoing assessment and urgent planning. Edna Nirea, KUTV, Nairobi.
Okay, the government has strengthened measures to address drought and safeguard citizens' livelihood in arid and semi-arid areas as the situation worsens. Speaking in Garissa Town, County Commissioner Mohammed Mwabudzo launched water distribution via trucks alongside food aid, noting the initiative is part of the national plan. The assistance included over 4,000 bags of rice and beans from the Department of Special Programs.
In the area county, we have 2.1 million affected, but in Garissa is 195,000 people who have been affected across the various counties. There is a lot of migration of livestock, but however, the government is in the process of procuring livestock feed, which will support the counties of arid and semi-arid counties within the next few weeks.
Kana na kiangazi ambacho kimeongezeka kuanzia hapa Garissa hadi Mandera, serikali imechukua jukumu la kuhakikisha kwamba kuna chakula cha kutosha na hali kadhalika maji kwa binadamu na mifugo.
Hali ya ukame inazidi kudorora katika kaunti yetu. Tunaona inaenda for long distance in search of water and moisture. So as Kenya Red Cross, we supported the community by doing nutrition outreaches in Mandera and Mandera sub-counties. We are even supporting rehabilitation of strategic wells and water banks.
Yesterday's UEFA Champions League match, Pep Guardiola's men, Manchester City, suffered a 3-1 defeat away to Bodo Glimt, effectively dashing their hopes of qualifying for the round of 16. Meanwhile, Arsenal continued their impressive run with a 3-1 victory over Inter Milan away from home. With this win, Arsenal has secured a spot in the round of 16. Today, Chelsea will host Pafkos, while Liverpool will play against Olympic. All matches will kick off at 11 p.m. East African time. And with that, we call it a day. Many thanks once again for choosing KUTV to keep you informed today. And I do hope to see you more and more often. For now, it is goodbye and good night from me, Yvonne Kemuma, and Brian Ferro on the sign language interpretation. And on behalf of the entire team, see you next time.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audiovisual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.